to the people of Grand Bassa County.
How do you feel being Grand Bassa today?
Great. Grand Bassa is the second county since the establishment of Liberia. Right after the establishment of Liberia, we had two counties named Montserrado, Grand Bassa, then Sino, Maryland, and Cape Mount. These counties are very important. If you're running for office in this country, you have to touch these counties. And of all the counties, I say Grand Bassa is number one when it comes to politics. You cannot really win national politics without coming to Grand Bassa. It is the second county historically, but it is the first county when it comes to politics. So I'm here.
Somebody will say because you eat Bassa today. Is that why you're making praises?
No, I study economics and law, but I love history, and the history of Grand Bassa is quite interesting. People who have made marks in Liberia here politically, a lot of them have come from Grand Bassa here, so I know it. So that's what I'm speaking about. Grand Bassa area.
Well, so
I'm doing.
Listener, then you also have the time to participate and interact with Councillor Tiawan Saye Gongloe. And the numbers to call will be 0777 777 993 0776 31.
A lot of people have heard his name. I'm from Nimba country. My name is Tiawan Saye Gongloe. Saye is the first son in the Mano family. And I come from a place called Glaizopie. Yawam is non-statutory district. Let me tell my people of Nimba County who are in Grand Bassa County, Boa, Kavu, Kayuai. And I'm an economist and a lawyer. I taught economics at the University of Liberia. I did my first degree in economics, and since I was one of the better students in 1981, when I graduated in 82, the university employed me. I started teaching economics from 1982 to 1990, and I taught some students who are making great contribution to this country. That's why sometimes when people ask me, where is your hand mark? I say, I've served in government. Of course, when you're doing human rights work, you go to jail. And being political activist, I went to jail for the first time in 1978. I was beaten on university campus on the door. I went to jail under Taylor in 2002. All for Liberian people, not for committing crime. And then I've served in government. I was executive assistant to Dr. Amos Sawyer for 4 years. I was Solicitor General in Ellen Johnson's government for 3.5 years, and Minister of Labor for 1.5 years. And then I resigned in 2010 November because of policy differences with President Salib, largely because of unwillingness to fight corruption, lack of political will to fight corruption. So I resigned from government. I've been president of the Bar Association, first president of the Bar to host an international conference of the Bar after its existence for 112 years. The Bar was established in 1907 and it was until 2019 that under my administration, the Bar hosted the African Bar Convention, first international convention under the Bar, held by the Bar. And so that is me there. I'm a lawyer, I'm an economist, I'm an activist, a human rights lawyer, a former government official. I am a transformer. At the Ministry of Justice, I will tell you this. When I got there, all of the county attorneys, except for the one in Montserrado, were not lawyers. Some of them were not even high school graduates. I insisted that we have to improve prosecution. I used to be critical of government, of bad governance. One of it was putting incompetent people in government offices, people who are not qualified, and only based on relationship. So, before I left the Ministry of Justice, all of the county attorneys in the 15 counties, for the first time since 1847, were all qualified lawyers, law school graduates, admitted to practice law, coming from recognized law school. I did that. I recommended the establishment of an SGV prosecution unit for rape and other SGBV cases. And the recommendation was good and the government established it. That prosecution unit still exists. Since I left the Ministry of Justice 2009, no non-lawyer has been appointed as county attorney. So when you make good changes, it sticks and nobody can reverse it. That's one of the reasons I want to be president of Liberia, because I believe I can set a firm foundation for good governance. Governance by rule of law, and combat corruption in such a way that it will remain a legacy for the future. At the Ministry of Labor, I increased the work permit fee from $400 to $1,000, and as soon as I did it, other employers took my complaint to the president of Liberia, President Salif. Then she called me 5 times. I insisted that, Madam President, this is good for Liberia. I insisted on my policy, and she succumbed. She said, all right, that's it. I said, you are the president, you can overrule me, but I'm not going to reverse that. That regulation number 17 is still there. When you carry on good change, it's difficult for anybody to reverse it. And Liberians are getting jobs because of regulation number 17. You cannot give jobs to foreigners for which Liberians are qualified for unless you pay $1,000. And interestingly, since I increased it to $1,000 13 years ago, I expected that other ministers after me would be adding at least $100 every year to serve as a disincentive for more foreigners to do jobs that Liberians are qualified for. But the employers are powerful. Some of them may have been bribing some of these people, because I don't understand why they have not carried on. And when I issue that regulation, I say, as long as I stay at the Ministry of Labor, I will keep carrying on every year. I will add $200 to it. But it has not happened. The good thing is that those changes are made. At the Bar Association, all lawyers, I didn't say some, will tell you that I transformed the bar. It is because of my administration that you don't find quack lawyers, people who are non-lawyers that usually wear coats to take grip and go to court. They're not there again, because I brought in a regulation. I set up a committee I went to the ministry, to the LRA, and say, the government gave you authority to license. We want to enter the MOU with you for us to issue licenses to our lawyers, because we know who are lawyers. You are giving, they used to give license to anybody who paid $100, and they will not check whether the person is a lawyer. They say it was good, they agreed. And the LRA, current Commissioner General, myself, signed an MOU. Then I set up a committee headed by a senior lawyer, Councillor June, to be like a licensing board. They drew up a form. When you fill it, it's clear that you're a law school graduate. You have to be a law school graduate. You have to be admitted to practice law. If you are a foreigner who became a lawyer because who naturalized before becoming a lawyer, got to attach your naturalization certificate. You remember that embarrassment the Bar Association faced with Buduke, the Nigerian man who came here? It can't happen again. Okay, you have to fill that and attach, and then they will do background check. And then you have to pay all your bar dues before you are issued license. Because of that, the bar has a lot of money now. All of my administration, the bar raised a lot of money. I was able to build the first story of a 3-story building that the bar had designed for headquarters. It's there today. And I left money in the bank because I used the bar laws, the laws governing the bar. When you use law, the country can develop because you owe everybody to the law. I had everybody to the Bar Association, Constitution, and bar laws. Some of my friends used to come to me. I owe 10 years, I pay for 9 years. Can you let me practice? I said, no, unless you pay all 10 years. I did not make exception. So the bar has money, the bar is respected. No non-lawyer is anymore practicing law. The other thing I did is that for the 3 years of my administration, I convinced the Executive Council and allowed me to take money and hire an external auditing firm to audit my 3-year administration. My 3-year administration auditor, and because I want to fight corruption. And I want to fight corruption with my track record. Nobody will fight corruption. Mahatma Gandhi says, be the change you want to see in the world. You yourself will be a change person. The number one thing that is keeping Liberia backwards today is corruption. And the second one is lack of respect for the rule of law. Government violate the law every day. People in government don't follow the law. I want to change that situation. And people know. I prosecuted Roland Khan, sitting senator, hiding handcuffs.
What are the different things you have on the table for the Liberian people? How your platform has been designed that you can explain about it to Liberian people so that they can know exactly when because the Gongloe comes to power, these are things that.
So the platform of the LPP is big, over 28 or more pages. It has 20 issues, but they are summarized into a 10-point agenda that starts with rule of law, number one, anti-corruption strategy, strategy for fighting corruption. I've developed a 12-count prescription for combating corruption that I call Gongloe 12-count prescription for combating corruption. And with corruption out of the way, there are 4 major things that I want to achieve for Liberia. I call it the 4 life-changing projects for Liberia's transformation. 1, education. We want honor our administration, me and Dr. Yuri Yakpaulo, who will be my vice president. All Liberian children from kindergarten to 12th grade will go to school free. The parents will not pay one cent. No wire fee, no graduation fee, no registration fee, no activity fee, no school fee, and a government school. Because for the president's salary, the legislature, the judiciary, all of them, and the civil servant are all. If this is the budget, the COLA, there's a big chunk. Only 20% of the budget will be used for salaries and for everything in government. 80% will be used for the Liberian people, for their development. So because of that, we'll have enough money for education. We'll have enough money for health. We'll have enough money for food security, and we'll have enough money for building more roads, maintaining them, and paving them. So that's what we'll do. And so, in education project number 1, before you ask your question, we will eliminate illiteracy in 2 years again by giving stipend to students from 7th grade up to teach at least 10 illiterate persons in their communities every day, supervised by a supervising teacher.
Where would the money come from?
The same budget. Because we take small money for the president's salary and benefit, vice president, the speaker, all these people. So we have enough money in the budget for that. So then we'll establish trade school, technical and vocational school, free technical and vocational school again, free for high school graduates and high school dropouts in the 15 counties. Today, our young people are only riding motorbikes. We want them to have skills that they can live by, to get a job and to work for themselves. We'll do that. That will reduce the crime rate. A lot of the crime are committed by young people who are adult, who get frustrated and take drugs and get into committing crimes. Then let's get to, we'll now have, under my administration, there will be no volunteer teachers. The teachers will be well paid. Teachers will be well paid, and everybody who enter government school will be on salary. We will also heavily subsidize travel out of this country for medical help, for medical trip. If we don't fix the system, we'll all die here. Because if a hospital, if the system, the health system is not good for the president, then it's not good for the citizens too. So I'll make sure that the health system is good to cure all of us. So after the budget passes, and I know money has been disbursed to the health system, I will begin surprise visits to medical facilities owned by government. The minister could be dismissed. And then if that head of hospital is investigated and found to be culpable, you'll be prosecuted and found guilty, you go to jail. I strongly believe when 10 heads of government hospital and clinics are in jail, no medicine will disappear from any hospital or clinic again. then the hospital and clinic will be better than private hospital and clinics. And Liberians will stop dying because people are dying from simple illnesses. When you go to JFK, they can get you prescription and instead go to Lucky Pharmacy. And I always say, if the JFK does not have medicine, then another hospital in Buchanan that will have medicine. I do not expect Tiawan Hospital in Lofa to have medicine. I do not expect the Buchanan Hospital in San Diego to have medicine. So people are dying from malaria, from simple illnesses that could be cured because the government hospital and clinics are not places to cure. They have become places to kill. We'll change that situation. We'll change it. Then I will have a clear policy to help the 3 vulnerable population that are dying more than other people in Liberia. Pregnant women under the age of 5, and all Liberians who have reached the age of 65 will go to hospital without paying 1 cent. Government hospitals in Liberia without paying 1 cent. The health system will be good. If we don't have specialists here, we will contract them and bring them to Liberia. But nobody is going to find justification to leave this country to go to Ghana, India, or other places. That is what I will do with this budget. We have enough money in the budget.